Welcome to the Strong Women edition of The Weakest Link. The 9 females in the studio tonight are known for their strength of character and their outspokenness. They're in good company. And they're here to play for up to £50,000 for charity. However, if they want that prize money, they'll have to work as a team. But 8 of them will leave with nothing. As one by one we lose the player voted the weakest link. Let's meet the team.
I'm Margi Clarke. I've done most things in television except read the news.
I'm Hilary Alexander, fashion editor of the Daily Telegraph, sometimes known as Uncle Bulgaria.
I'm Lucy Irvine, runaway, castaway, author and Islamaine.
I'm Jenni Eclair, writer, comedian and blonde by choice.
I'm Debra Veal and I just single-handedly rowed across the Atlantic Ocean.
I'm Rosie Boycott. I'm a journalist, writer and a broadcaster.
I'm Andrea Catherwood. I'm ITV's international news correspondent.
I'm Jenni Murray. I'm a writer, a broadcaster, presenter of Radio 4's Woman's Hour and The Message.
Hi, I'm Lynne Franks, and I teach women how to be gorgeous, powerful goddesses.
Now, the rules. In each round, the aim is to answer enough questions correctly to reach your £5,000 target within the time limit. The fastest way is to create a chain of 9 correct answers. Get your question wrong and you break the chain and lose all the money in that chain. But if you say the word bank before the question is asked, the money is safe. However, you start a new chain from scratch. Remember, team, at the end of the round, only money that's been banked can be taken forward. In round 1, there are 3 minutes on the clock. We'll start with the person whose name is first alphabetically. That's you, Andrea. Let's play The Weakest Link. First question is for £100. Start the clock. Andrea, in anatomy, including both arms and legs, a human being usually has how many limbs?
4.
Correct, Jenny M. In British politics, who was nicknamed the Iron Lady?
Margaret Thatcher.
Correct, Lynn. In getting dressed, most people put what on first, their shoes or their socks?
Their socks.
Correct. Margie, a large portable stereo on which loud music is played is known colloquially as a ghetto what?
Blaster.
Correct, Hilary. In travel, what's the name for a covered carriage towed by a car that is equipped for living in and used as holiday accommodation?
Caravan.
Correct, Lucy. In communications, what E is the term for the telephone number of a specific handset within a building or organisation?
Pass.
Extension, Jenny. In spelling, what is the second letter of the word scientist?
C.
Correct, Deborah. In 1988, Kylie Minogue had a UK #1 single entitled I Should Be So What?
Lucky.
Correct, Rosie. In beauty, on which parts of the body would one normally use a pumice stone, hands or feet?
Feet.
Correct, Andrea. In matrimony, according to the traditional rhyme, marry in the month of May and you'll surely rue the what?
Day.
Correct, Jenny Ann.
Bank.
In maths, which number is represented by a 1 followed by 2 zeros?
100.
Correct, Lynn. In nature, what bee is the name for the clusters of blooms that appear on flowering fruit trees in the spring?
Blossoms.
Correct. Margie.
Bank.
In travel, for what do the letters QE stand in the name of the ship known as the QE2?
The Queen Elizabeth.
Correct. Hilary. In language, Frau is a German word used to address members of which sex?
Females,
Correct,
housewives.
Lucy. In quotations, who said a man is only as old as the woman he feels? Karl Marx or Groucho Marx?
Groucho.
Correct. Jenny. In food, which dairy product is commonly served with biscuits and wine at a party or after a meal?
Cheese.
Correct. Deborah. In April 2002, which programme won the BAFTA TV Award for Best Soap for the 3rd time in 4 years?
EastEnders.
Correct, Rosie. What P is the name for a brochure issued by a company to attract investors and by a university to draw in new students?
Prospectus.
Not if she helped you. Andrea. In clothing, what 2-word description for a popular style of male underwear is often shortened to boxers?
Boxer shorts.
Correct, Jenny M. The characters Mrs. White and Colonel Mustard appear in the standard version of which board game?
Cluedo.
Correct, Lynn. In film, in which 1965 musical did Christopher Plummer star as Captain Von Trapp?
The Sound of Music.
Correct. Margi,
Bank.
in British media, what type of daily national newspaper is the Daily Mirror, a broadsheet or a tabloid?
A tabloid.
Correct, Hilary. In English grammar, don't is a contraction of which two words?
Do not.
Correct, Lucy. In geography, the interior of which country is known as the outback or bush?
Australia.
Correct, Jenny. In the UK, which letter of the alphabet appears on signs attached to a vehicle to indicate that a driver has not passed his or her test?
L.
Correct, Deborah.
Bank.
In the arts... Time is up, and astonishingly, you have hit the target of £5,000. That money will go through to the next round, but of course one of you will not. Who is already appearing to be rather slow and dim? Who perhaps needed help with their question? Who is too busy showing off? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
In an impressive first round, Jenny M is the strongest link. Statistically, Rosie is the weakest link. But who will the players want off at this early stage in the game?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Lucy.
Rosie.
Lynne.
Lucy.
Rosie.
Lucy.
Lucy.
Lucy. I love Lucy.
Margi, how's it going for you?
Fine, thank you, Anne. Everything's cool up in Liverpool. We are missing you. Wanting you back up there.
You come from Liverpool, do you?
No, it's just a vicious rumour got up by the press.
You working at the moment?
I'm writing a novel at the moment.
Oh, is that what actresses do when they're resting?
No, I'm actually lecturing as well. I'm teaching, and my head doesn't button up at the back.
Why Lucy?
Only because Lucy just didn't get the answer right at the beginning.
Not because she's pretty?
No, because I don't think that's a
You don't think she is pretty?
Well, she's prettier than you, Anne!
Jenny?
Yes, Anne.
What gave you the idea that pink suited you?
Oh, pink. It's useful, it's glowing, it goes with my eyes.
What do you do for a living, Jenny?
I'm a grown-up lady novelist and part-time comedienne.
So you haven't got any work either, you're writing, are you?
I've got a second book, dear lady. And I'm doing a voiceover for a Channel 4 thing. I've just done my first
that's
film.
a very big job. How long will that take?
8 weeks. I talk very slowly.
Why Lucy?
Because she's got a cold and they wouldn't let her bring her tissues on. Her nose is running. It's all quite distracting.
Rosie, what do you do?
I'm a journalist, writer.
Tell me some of the journalism you've done.
Well, I started Spare Rib magazine. I edited The Independent on Sunday.
You edited The Independent on Sunday? Just the one newspaper you edited?
No, I edited 3. The Daily Independent and the Daily Express.
Just let me get this straight. You've edited The Independent on Sunday, The Independent and the Daily Express, and when it came to a very simple question, you turned to a PR on the end to get the answer.
She's great. I went blank.
Why, Lucy?
Because she got one question wrong, and with my help from my friend in PR, I got that. That's all.
Were you stuck for something to wear today?
Well, as I don't always wear black like you, which I suppose means you're never stuck, is it that bad?
Lucy, back to your island. We are casting you away. With 6 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Anne asked me a completely daft question for someone who's lived on an island most of my life. We don't have telephone extensions on desert islands. We have satellite phones if we're lucky, or nothing.